4, 5, 6, 7.
It's obvious that GloRilla was not prepared for this development in her legal drama. When she was done talking, Co's homegirl fainted. This career-ending discovery rocks the culture.
I think that's the absolutely most.
What was it that the judge said that made Glo fall apart? Hold your ground. We know every detail. The most recent instance of hood terror occurred on July 20. The charges against GloRilla were 2 felonies: having over 1 ounce of marijuana and a controlled substance in their possession. But hold on, neither an undercover sting nor an FBI raid on her trap house is the cause of these accusations. No relatives. 3 masked individuals broke into GloRilla's crib in Forsyth County, Georgia, took some expensive items, and ran away when someone inside the house started shooting. That was when this bizarre incident started. The part that will really enrage you is this one. Even before our female was on the property, these idiots broke into her personal space. She was out in Indianapolis taking care of business like a boss, performing in the WNBA All-Star Game, and securing that bag as these scumbags were attempting to take away her hard-earned accomplishment.
3 people were caught trying to steal her stuff. They even got shot at and ran off. Cops showed up looking for the burglars, but instead they say they smelled weed, got a warrant, and ended up charging Glo after discovering a significant amount of marijuana in her master bedroom closet.
Let me explain this. Though the real perpetrators who ran up in her place really got away with it, she risks serious felony time. This isn't a Mathan problem, Chief. Furthermore, GloRilla had no intention of keeping quiet about this backward state. She took to social media and posted constantly while I was singing at the WNBA All-Star Game in Indianapolis. They focused their attention on cannabis rather than finding the offenders. 1. To avoid being captured. Secondly, my house was broken into by someone. 3. I wasn't at home. In conclusion, my home was broken into, and I am the only one who was arrested. Her legal team blasted the charges, claiming that she was clearly the victim in this whole affair. They weren't sugarcoating their views on police priorities, however. The most annoying thing is that no one was taken into custody for the actual house invasion. Thus, the criminals who broke into her shelter are still at large, perhaps preparing their next move. The true boss, however, shifts. Despite all the legal commotion, GloRilla stuck to her grind and posted her $22,260 bail that same day. The system didn't break her spirit or stop her from going after her dreams. If convicted of these bogus charges, she could face a sentence of 1 to 10 years in prison. No trial date has been set as of yet, though, because the matter is still in its early stages. However, it should be noted that GloRilla has previously dealt with law enforcement. In April 2024, she was arrested for DUI in Gwinnett County, Georgia, after the boys in blue pulled her over for making a U-turn at a red light. Body cam footage of the entire encounter led to her being prosecuted with open container charges, driving under the influence, and disobeying traffic control devices. In the field sobriety test, she refused to do the breathalyzer test, and the body cam footage even revealed a garment malfunction. There are also certain misconceptions about her past criminal background that need to be addressed. In the past, GloRilla was apprehended for shoplifting in Tennessee, a misdemeanor that carries no significant consequences or publicity. However, there have been some wild claims circulating due to viral interview footage.
You actually did 3 years in jail.
Wow. Yeah, I did.
Except from stealing from Kmart cereal.
Yeah.
That don't sound right. No, I want you to be honest, because you've got this on the paper.
I don't like the fact that you dug that up.
No, we're gonna cut the cameras. No, but dead ass, like, you can go to jail for 3 years for stealing cereal, right?
Despite the fact that this video made many wonder if she was actually incarcerated. The evidence indicates that the theft charge was minor compared to the legal drama she is currently dealing with. Now allow me to relate the most dreadful legal situation GloRilla has encountered. Additionally, this one has real tragedies and deaths. On March 5, 2023, horrific events occurred at a concert in Rochester, New York that no one could have foreseen. 3 women were killed in a violent stampede at the main street. Armory during a GloRilla and Finesse event on 2 separate occasions when a rush in the audience caused false claims of gunshots. Among those injured were Rondisha Belton, 33, Randy Miller, 35, and Aisha Haskins Stevens, 35. The fallout of this catastrophe has had serious legal ramifications that continue to this day. Numerous civil in addition to GloRilla's to fines. The families of the victims sued the city of Rochester, security companies, producers, venue owners, and even the police and fire departments for wrongful death and negligence. Such litigation is serious business. Concerns about emergency planning, venue security, crowd control, and the amount of performers. Liability in the event of a catastrophic live event failure are among the serious legal risks we are talking about. In June 2024, a sizable crowd of concertgoers filed a collective lawsuit in the New York State Supreme Court against the venue and organizer for their injuries. GloRilla is lucky that no criminal charges were filed against her because the rush was sparked by crowd panic rather than the performer's acts, according to investigations. She is still plagued by these civil problems though. Sky, no settlements have been documented as of July 2025, and no public trials have been held. It is implied that the proceedings are still continuing by comparisons to the Travis Scott Astroworld catastrophe. When similar lawsuits were eventually settled out of court, GloRilla hasn't offered any additional opinion on the lawsuit, but they did publicly express their sorrow to the families. Criminal accusations and wrongful death claims are only a small part of the legal drama. But in early 2025, musician Plies sued GloRilla for copyright infringement, claiming that his 2008 tune was used without permission in her song Wannabe, which featured Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. This resulted in a significant intellectual property dispute. However, in March 2025, Plies voluntarily dropped the action, probably after they reached a consensus or after determining that gas station sushi had a better case. Behind-the-scenes settlement, GloRilla was then sued in June 2025 by Louisiana influencer Natalie Henderson for using the phrase "no BBL," which was a very ridiculous situation. As the original creator and owner of the trademark, Henderson claimed GloRilla was using the phrase honoring natural bodies in her songs and products without her permission. But the business conflicts become considerably more heated. Atlanta investor Aristotle Varner Jr. targeted GloRilla in May 2024, alleging she had scammed him of $400,000. Varner's claim that he paid her for business consulting and social media promotion was an example of the kind of financial drama that often occurs when musicians go from independent hustlers to major label operations. Moreover, there was some early industrial beef brewing in 2022. A public dispute arose between GloRilla and producer Hitkid over ownership and rights to her breakthrough single FN Let's Go, after GloRilla joined Yodi's CMG label and accused her of attempting to deny him credits and royalties. Despite heated debates on social media and threats of legal action, no formal lawsuit was ever filed. Instead, it seems that the matter was resolved in private talks. The significance of GloRilla's case is in the way it exposes the systemic issues and outmoded attitudes of law enforcement when engaging with successful Black women in the community. As long as the actual criminals who broke into her home are still having a great time, she could wind up in prison. This highlights some major systemic problems that go far beyond any one instance. The Hood have been vocal in their defense of GloRilla throughout these court cases.
If it was anybody else, if it was another Jane Doe, it's just because it's GloRilla, they make a big deal out of it. If it was Lakeisha down the street, it would have been nothing. She wouldn't even been there. So how do you know somebody that planted drugs? How do you know somebody in her family that had it?
This was stated by another advocate.
I think that's the absolutely most craziest thing I've ever heard because she wasn't there first and foremost. Second of all, we don't necessarily know what happened in that situation.
GloRilla has been composed and loyal throughout this legal dispute. She has disclosed her situation honestly and openly. But she has been prudent enough to avoid stating anything that would compromise her legal position. A sobering reminder of the complex challenges that accompany rapid success in the music industry are the numerous court suits that are currently underway. The biggest obstacle facing GloRilla's still developing career is getting over these legal restrictions without sacrificing her artistic spirit and street cred. Gospel flows to chart supremacy. Let me share with you one of the most genuine come-up stories that is now happening in hip-hop. The topic of our conversation is how Gloria Hallelujah Woods went from performing hymns at a North Memphis church to having everyone from coast to coast yell at her bars. GloRilla was born on July 28, 1999, in Memphis, Tennessee, and raised in the Fraser, the seventh of 10 children from a deeply religious family in a neighborhood on the north side. Fraser is known for producing individuals with genuine talent and street cred, in case you were unaware. Before going to Melrose High School, she was homeschooled until the 5th grade. Early in life, she was greatly influenced by family values and church culture. But here's where the narrative becomes interesting. Her goal was not to become a rapper, but to become a vocalist. Therefore, she started out in the church choir. Sometimes, though, the universe has different plans. And when she started rapping at the age of 16 after losing her voice, it seemed as though destiny was calling her. A career that would go on to receive Grammy Awards and top the Billboard charts was launched from what seemed to be a setback. Quick satisfaction and viral occurrences were uncommon in the early years. Like most of the real artists in the area, GloRilla spent years perfecting her craft and gaining a local audience. In 2019, she published her first mixtape, which was likely to follow. And in 2020, she released the EPP status. In addition to showcasing her own powerful presence and authentic storytelling, these early pieces showcased the pure Memphis sound that would later be.
How proud are you of her?
I am very proud. Extremely proud.
What would it mean to have a Grammy for you? What would that mean?
I'm a pass.
Her achievement was more important to her professional path because Yodi signed her in July 2022 as the first female artist on the roster of the collective music group CMG label. But GloRilla showed that she wasn't a one-hit wonder. She went on to produce hits that showed her versatility and fortitude. Along with its remix, Tomorrow 2, which became Cardi B's first top 10 hit on the Hot 100 and went double platinum, demonstrated that she could collaborate with well-known artists while maintaining her unique Memphis flavor. Her album Anyways, Life's Great reached number 11 on the Billboard 200 in 2022, proving her not just single people found it appealing. The project demonstrated her ability to maintain the attention of listeners across a large body of work, which sets true artists apart from trends. Her breakthrough year was 2024, thanks to some exceptional timing. Her debut commercial mixtape, E-Thing, was published in April 2024 and reached number 18 on the Billboard 200. However, the real flex occurred in October 2024, when her first studio album, Glorious, was published, with the highest first-week sales of any female rapper's album in 2024, and a ranking of number 5 on the Billboard 200. Glorious made some significant boss moves in a cutthroat business marketplace, TGIF, which peaked at number 50 on the Hot 100. Wannabe, a collaboration with Megan Thee Stallion that also made it to the top 40, and Yaglo were among the certified singles from the album. Because GloRilla has never compromised her street cred for commercial appeal, her musical success is so authentic because she went from being a choir girl to becoming a rap queen without losing her grounded personality. she emphasizes relatability, faith, and resilience in her public presence. Because they identify with her candor, fans are able to relate to her struggles and aspirations.
Everything to me, that mean I gotta keep going. I gotta keep it in their face because I want to keep doing this every time it come around. I'm just blessed. Like every time, like that's all I can say. I'm blessed. I'm grateful. All praise to God.
GloRilla 2 has done well as a cooperative game. On WU with Moneybag Yo, Just Say That with Duke Deuce, FTCU with Lato featuring Gangster Boo, and Sticky with Tyler. The creator from his album Chromacopia are a few of the songs she features. These collaborations show how flexible she is and how well she can work with hip-hop artists of different ages and styles. The industry has consistently recognized it. The 2022 BT Hip Hop Awards and the 2023 iHeartRadio Music Awards both recognized her as the Best New Hip Hop Artist. She won the Dr. Bobby Jones Best Gospel Inspirational Award at the 2025 BET Awards with Rain Down on Me, and she was honored with the Powerhouse Award at Billboard Women in Music. However, there was considerable controversy in the area as a result of that Gospel Prize victory.
I want to thank God because this is a gospel award.
How dare us? Giving GloRilla a gospel award is putting piss in all of our grandparents.
GloRilla 2 has done well as a cooperative game. On WUO On with Moneybag Yo, Just Say That with Duke Deuce, FTCU with Lato featuring Gangster Boo, and Sticky with Tyler, the creator from his album Chromacopia, are a few of the songs she features. These collaborations show how flexible she is and how well she can work with hip-hop artists of different ages and styles. The industry has consistently recognized it. The 2022 BT Hip Hop Awards and the 2023 iHeartRadio Music Awards both recognized her as the Best New Hip Hop Artist. She won the Dr. Bobby Jones Best Gospel Inspirational Award at the 2025 BET Awards with Rain Down on Me, and she was honored with the Powerhouse Award at Billboard Women in Music. However, there was considerable controversy in the area as a result of that Gospel Prize victory.
I always wanted to do, and I didn't know it was gonna come this fast. So like I said, I feel blessed. I feel highly favored. You know, my middle name Hallelujah, so I'm happy.
The business plans have been just as amazing as the music's popularity. At the 2025 BMI R&B Hip Hop Awards in August, she was honored with the BMI Impact Award for her groundbreaking effect. Full Circle Energy collaborated with Checkers on a branded lunch package because she had previously worked there before her singing career took off. A lot of individuals believe GloRilla to be a legitimate and powerful hip-hop icon. Her uncensored, deep voice and high-energy style have earned her praise on numerous occasions, drawing admirers from the suburbs to the neighborhood. Because it portrays real emotions and experiences with a vitality and confidence that is both approachable and motivating, her music attracts listeners. To understand GloRilla's appeal, one must be aware of the Memphis connection in her songs. Her credibility on the street comes from her realistic lyrics and origins from North Memphis that depict the hardships of growing up in a difficult community. The key to her success has been her sincerity, as fans can tell when an artist's persona aligns with their own experiences and background. She is perceived as having a powerful presence and encapsulating the authentic Memphis rap sound, and her collaborations with well-known artists such as Yodi serve to validate her in the public eye. As both pleasure and cultural documentation, her music reflects the aspirations and realities of young people from comparable backgrounds across the country. The most remarkable thing about GloRilla's musical career is not only her ongoing authenticity, but also how fast she became well-known. Her path from 2019's release of her first mixtape to her Grammy victory, she rose to prominence, one of the fastest in contemporary hip-hop history, winning accolades and dominating the Billboard charts. By 2022, she has maintained her artistic integrity and street cred despite this victory. Her genuine personality and life experiences have been widely credited with her widespread appeal. If anything, She began as a Memphis local artist and soon became one of the hip-hop industry's most promising voices. In addition to proving her undeniable talent, this rapid rise highlights how social media and streaming services can elevate authentic perspectives in ways that were not possible in previous music industry eras. However, there are other aspects of Glo's career that are being extensively scrutinized. Dating in the spotlight. Why GloRilla's approach to relationships is so unique is her willingness to describe her experiences honestly, regularly challenging conventional wisdom regarding the romantic movement of female rappers. She has shared her views on relationships, including her preference for older men, her idea that unions should be 50-50, and her practice of celibacy in interviews and on social media. Her love life has been the focus of a complex public narrative. Because of her candor, which blends real analysis with inevitable fan and media speculation. As of mid-2025, she has continuously said that she is unmarried while being linked to several rumors and situationships. According to interviews and social media activity, she has no confirmed long-term public engagements. Instead, her romantic past is mainly composed of unsubstantiated rumors, brief liaisons, and pre-fame ties. GloRilla's current dating style appears to have been shaped by some less-than-ideal encounters from her past. Her earlier experiences, which include 2-year relationships with men who didn't own cars, awkward pre-fame romances, and being traumatized by an ex's behavior that influenced her future dating style, have all been publicly discussed. These early experiences seem to have given her a clear sense of what she will and won't tolerate in relationships. She talked about dating men before she became famous, including one whom she dated for over 2 years. In addition to claiming that neither man had a car and that one relationship had traumatized her, which harmed her future capacity to trust others. She termed these degrading and admitted that she was a foolish underscore for continuing to live in them. This extent of one of GloRilla's defining traits as a public figure is her candor about past relationships. Rather than presenting an idealized false picture of her love past, she has been willing to acknowledge her shortcomings and personal development. In 2024, she accused 2 unnamed taken men in the music industry of pretending to be romantically involved on social media and acknowledged having affairs with them. This statement sparked a great deal of speculation about the names of these industry guys. GloRilla has never publicly named specific people, but her encounters with lovers she believed to be dishonest or unreliable fundamentally altered her outlook on relationships. After a 90-day period, she decided to declare herself celibate and single until God brings her marriage in November 2024, because she had complained about men being weak or unreliable. Chastity challenge earlier in the year. She consciously chose to prioritize her spiritual and personal growth over romantic interests when making this statement. Adopting celibacy was not simply a personal choice for her, it also influenced her music and public image. She has discussed her decision in a number of interviews, often citing her religious convictions and her desire to forego casual meetings in favor of a committed, long-term relationship. There is an interesting contrast between GloRilla's claimed intentions and speculations, since her name has been associated with several prominent individuals, despite her professed commitment to chastity and staying unmarried. These alleged relationships often reveal as much about her actual sexual life as they do about media attention and celebrity society. One of the earliest and most persistent rumors in 2022 concerned Drake, with speculations suggesting they were in some sort of bind. However, this appears to be unsubstantiated, as neither party has publicly confirmed it. Although there has never been concrete evidence of a romantic relationship, the allegations may have started from relationships in the industry or discussions on social media. Rapper Kodak Black's public flirtation with GloRilla during her October 2022 Instagram Live, using the lyrics of her song FNF, Let's Go as a pickup line, was a more well-documented interaction. He admitted later that he had a serious infatuation with her, but he claimed that when they first met, it was just a joke. This relationship was public and well documented, but it was one-sided and never developed into something meaningful. GloRilla shared a photo of herself with NBA player Damian Lillard at NBA All-Star Weekend in February 2024, captioning it, "Who this is 'cause I want him hash. Get him to glow," and added she wasn't worried about his ex-wife. This sparked the most well-documented romance rumors. The post generated a great deal of media attention and speculation about a potential romance. Nonetheless, Lillard denied having a romantic involvement, stating that they were merely friends as artists, and maintained that his private life has remained private. In one of the most interesting reported romances, journalist Speedy Morman was involved. In October 2024, during a flirtatious interview on Complex's 360 with Speedy, journalists Speedy Morman and GloRilla demonstrated a strong chemistry that sparked dating speculations. A romance was alluded to in April 2025. "We never saw them on social media." They later stated that it was an April Fool's joke and emphasized that they are just friends. More recently, speculation has focused on possible ties to professional athletes. NFL quarterback Xavier Legette's portrayal of GloRilla's romantic interest in her latest music video, which featured intimate moments like kissing, sparked dating rumors in June 2025. Critics claimed it was merely a marketing trick for the movie, while others claimed Legette made it official on Instagram, put an end to the gum. It has been confirmed that the relationship exists. The most recent and well-documented romance allegations first surfaced in late July 2025 when GloRilla and NBA player Brandon Ingram were spotted embracing at a nightclub in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, as she celebrated turning 26. Numerous rumors were raised by videos showing them dancing, holding hands, snuggling, and leaving together. Both have denied a formal relationship, despite social media fans applauding the duo. Business partnerships have occasionally been the catalyst for romantic rumors on the streets. Rumors circulated in early 2025 that Yodi, her label boss, had split from Angela Simmons. Following their red carpet photos in June 2025, there were speculations about a potential romance or sugar daddy dynamic. Although GloRilla made reference to it in passing during interviews, there is no evidence to support it, and it may have something to do with Simmons' charge of envy because of their public appearances and business connections. The rumors persist despite being baseless gossip, according to sources. Despite being transparent about her dating philosophy and past experiences, she has maintained boundaries around what she shares in public, putting some of the rumored relationships with well-known figures in sports and entertainment in perspective. She said in 2023 that she was attracted to older men. GloRilla, who has achieved professional achievement and financial independence, has said clearly that she prefers partnerships to reliance in relationships. Her comments on partnerships being 50-50 reveal a modern outlook on partnerships that challenges gender roles and social conventions. The fact that many of the purported romances in GloRilla's past appear to have been based more on public appearances, social media posts, or business collaborations than on confirmed intimate relationships is significant. The fact that a common trend among celebrities is that any interaction with potential romantic partners becomes the subject of gossip and street talk. Public appearances or professional achievements are often timed to coincide with love rumors, suggesting that some speculation may be driven more by media cycles and public relations possibilities than by actual personal developments. The Brandon Ingram story, for instance, surfaced around her vacation and birthday celebration, while the Xavier Legette's accusations surfaced during the release of her music video. Many fans have reacted favorably to GloRilla's openness about her past romantic missteps and current dating style, seeing it as novel in an industry where public personas are usually carefully manicured. her willingness to discuss uncomfortable circumstances, or making poor choices exhibits a level of maturity and sensitivity that many people find sincere and relatable. The extent to which her faith influenced her love decisions.
Hallelujah, so I'm highly favored.